I get a call from John. Malcolm. Now, this is before it's going into production. I'm still just building the engine, doing the engineering work in Livonia. I want to talk to you. When are you coming to Detroit next? I said, I come every week. Why? He said, I want to pick you up from the airport. I want to talk to you. Okay, great. I land. He's waiting for me in a stretch Chevrolet. Again, the Chevrolet, he says, what I'm going to tell you is you can't be talking to other people. Okay, what is it? Said, I'm getting unhappy at General Motors. What would you say if I said I'd come be your president? I said, John, I'd kiss your ass. I have no idea what I'm doing manufacturing a car. I'm going to do it because I got good people, but I'd rather not. I'd rather have you, be in charge of all that for me. He said, well, I'd want to be your president. I said, no problem. I'll go be chairman of the board. He said, I'm going to need $1.5 million because that's how much I'm going to give up by leaving General Motors. I said, okay, no problem. So he said, but I want to meet your guys. I want to see what you're doing. Okay. I take him over there, and he knew most of the guys because I stole most of the guys from Corvette. So he meets them all, everybody glad hand, and he hung out for about a half hour, looked and talked and said, I like it. He said, are you serious? He said to me. I said, well, how about you get your attorney and you're flying to Philadelphia tomorrow, and we'll meet with the chairman of the board of First Pennsylvania. I'll put up some stock and you can have the $1.5 million. He said, tomorrow? I said, yeah, tomorrow. Boom. He comes with his attorney. We go to see John Bunning, chairman of the board. I say, John, I want to hire a quarterback. It's going to cost me $1.5 million. I'll put up some more Subaru stock. Malcolm, the smartest thing you ever did. Absolutely no problem. Everybody shakes hands. Boom. And I'm floating out there. Oh, this is the best thing that ever happened. Everything is good about it, as far as I'm concerned. I get a call from John. Malcolm, I never saw anybody move so fast. It's really going to be fun working with you. Blah, 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 blah. He said, my attorney told me, though, that for me to do it and be smart, I really have to have the money after taxes. So I thought for a minute. I said, what is it going to cost me? 20, 30%? I said, John, I have a feeling this is really not the problem. You know what I think is going to be our problem? Because both of us got a pretty big ego. I think we're going to end up with a conversation called who's going to put the name on the back of the car. And that's really not up for negotiation. And I'm really not looking for a fight. So how about if we call it off? He said, maybe you're right. And that was the end of that conversation. Fast forward, I go out of business. I get a call from John. Next time you're in Detroit, dinner? Absolutely. Sat down, he said, I'm going to build a car. I said, with your name on the back of it? He said, how did you guess? Do you have any suggestions? I said, yeah, first hire all the people that I stole from Corvette. They're now experienced in doing what you're going to need done. Hire them. Second thing, if you don't put cold wing doors, don't build your car. That's the only reason my car sold at all is because of those doors. Without those doors, it's just another car. And nobody needs another car. And the last thing, and this you know better than me, use some kind of material that eliminates you having to spend $300 million for a paint facility. He said, yeah, I'm thinking of stainless steel. I said, that's great, except for one thing. Stainless steel is one color. And I don't care how fabulous anything looks. If you make it the same after you get too many units out there, it's no good. It gets boring. And that is, from a marketing point of view, a serious drawback. But I think stainless steel is beyond great. Just you're going to have a problem if you want to start to sell any kind of volume at all. So that was it. He went off. Oh, last thing he asked me. He said, I have to raise a couple $100 million. Now, remember, I just came off with a lousy $35 million. And he was going to do it the way they do it. He said, even without the paint factory. He said, do you have any idea where I can get the money? I said, yeah, I know where you can get the money. He said, where? I said, go to Ireland. I said, they've been on my back to go there, but they kill people over there. And I like to be at the place, wherever it is I'm there. I don't think I want to fly into Ireland to go look at my factory when they're killing people. But if you want the money, they'll give it to you, especially with your name. No problem. And he did, and he got his money. Now, he didn't ask for $300 million. And when it got there, it was getting a little bit much for them too, again, politically. But God bless. His problem was he got the money, but he couldn't sell the car. My problem was I could sell the car, but I couldn't get the money. It's life, all life. The difference, I guess, is the following. When he failed, he couldn't take it. The ego of himself failing, remember, he had only been a fair-haired child all through his automotive career, which is the reason why he didn't like General Motors, because The General Motors at the time didn't like people to be getting attention. General Motors got attention, but individuals didn't. And he was out there and he was a showboat. And he was handsome and he was intelligent and he was charismatic. He was all those things, and he loved the attention. So when he failed, it killed him when he failed. He died a lot after that, but it killed him.
Yes. And you failed enough for 10 people.
Absolutely. Those are the best things that ever happened to me in my life.
This has been Jeff Stearns, Connected Through Cars.